What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and gamers, and football fans, and Madden players, whatever. Whoever's here, thank you for coming. My name's realBlu. I'm back. I took the entire summer off. I got really lazy during the Madden course of last year, too, so we only did 2 sims. This time, I'm going to try and get through all of them. Anyways, we've got our first one here with the #1 overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, Caleb Williams. I did start using the online franchise option privately so that I can start from week 2, the beginning of week 2 of the real NFL season. So his year 1 stat or his game 1 stats from IRL are actually incorporated in. So without further ado, let's get to it. I know it's a little long, but bear with me. 3,418 yards. 311 completions, 474 attempts, 26 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Keenan Allen was his 1,000-yard receiver. Oh my goodness, DJ Moore, after getting the paycheck, didn't do anything. Okay, so he did set the record for most passing yards by a rookie in a season, most passing touchdowns in a season, most passing yards in a game by a rookie. And the Bears finished 8-9, which was an improvement. All right, so his yards went up, his touchdowns went up, his interceptions went down. And he got Offensive Player of the Week in Week 5. The Bengals, and he threw for 322 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yo, they went 9-8. Wait, they still missed the playoffs because they were the 8th seed, dude. All right, let's see. Oh, my goodness. Our rating went down. Yards went down to 3,210. 20 touchdowns. That's his career lowest. 14 interceptions. 62% completion percentage. That went down. His yards per average went down. His yards per game went down to 188. Wait, how many games did this guy play? He played all 17 games. He played more snaps. He had the most rushing yards and most rushing attempts of his career. Oh, no. They're turning him into Justin Fields all over again. The game he threw the most yards, he threw 4 interceptions and only 1 touchdown. Holy moly, the Packers were his daddy this game. Dude, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks where he did not throw a touchdown pass. He struggled to break 200 yards so many times. 175, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games where he did not break 200 yards. This one he barely broke 200, barely broke 200. He almost broke 200 in this one. Well, Keenan Allen retired, so he lost that. Oh, they picked up his 5th-year option. All right, let's see. We've been steadily improving. 9-8. And we are the 10th seed, so we did not make the playoffs once again. All right, so his rating went back up. Okay, almost had the most yards of his career. He was 93 yards short. Oh, my goodness. He was 93 yards short. That's hilarious because his first game in real life, he only had 93 yards. How ironic is that? 21 touchdowns. Okay, so that went up 1, and his INTs went down 2. Okay, he improved there. 371. Okay, so he's throwing the ball more. 2 touchdowns. Yeah. That's what we like to see. Throw the ball, baby. Okay, a lot of interceptions, not many yards still. No awards, no nothing. All right, let's see. Oh, my goodness, they got worse. 5-12. Yards per average, 7.6, and his longest throw was 46. 204 yards per game. Dude, that's his third lowest of his career. Is he battling injuries? What's going on with this guy? It's not very #1 pick overall-ish, but it is pretty Bear QB-ish. 89 carries for 424 yards. Almost broke his top again. 4.8. Look how much money this guy's... Wait, that's more than 258. Hold on, I'm a goofball. His bonus was 258, so that's his guaranteed. And then it's 179. Bears re-signed Caleb Williams to 6-year, $385 million. All right, year 6, feeling good. 9-8. Wait, they still didn't make the playoffs. What? Most yards in his career, 3,971. We're entering prime Caleb Williams here. 41 touchdowns. Wait, he had a career year. Why didn't he get 4,000 yards? He just had to throw like 3 more passes, basically. Or like 5 checkdowns. 79 carries for 380 yards and a touchdown. Offensive player of the week in week 11 and week 15. Week 11. 232 yards, 5 touchdowns. 309 yards, 4 touchdowns. Just had to be. Second in MVP voting. Second for Offensive Player of the Year. Best QB. Oh, baby. You know what this tells me right here? It tells me that we made the playoffs. 112.4 rating. 3,652 yards. 33 touchdowns. 8 interceptions. Dude. He went down in yards, down in touchdowns, up in interceptions. I mean, 8 interceptions is not bad. 33 touchdowns is respectable. In real life, Dak Prescott was the league leader last season with 36. So this is respectable. Offensive player of the week, week 4, week 10, week 11. Week 4, he threw 280 yards, 3 touchdowns. 226 yards, 4 touchdowns. 282 for 4. Oh, they won. 143, 308, 300, I almost said 318. 313 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Longest was a 70-yarder. All right, so he's 1-0 in the playoffs, baby. And they lost. 121 rate, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. Dude, how did they lose this game? We went 8-9. Okay, we just regressed. Throw for 4,000 yards, please. 109.4, 37.92, man. He went back up. 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. In a loss, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yo, his team is selling. All right, let's see. 5-12. Worst in the NFC. That's what we like to see. 98 overall, by the way. 3,587 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Got sacked 35 times, the second most in his career. 293, 2-1. This guy can't break 300 yards to save his life. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games he couldn't break 200. One of them he barely did. He threw the game he threw the most touchdowns in, he lost. No 1,000-yard rusher and no. Who the heck is Chad Bayless? Once again, they go, oh my goodness, they got even worse. 4-13? His rating went back up. His yards went up 12 yards. 22 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He got sacked the most of his career, so he's not as mobile anymore. 88 carries for 417 yards. Wait, how is he getting sacked so much? He can't break 300 yards. He actually cannot. 299 yards in week 3. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 296, 267, 266, 256, 255. He had a lot more 200-plus games, though. The 32-year-old, 10-year vet, 96 overall, Caleb Williams, he did it. He broke 4,000 passing yards in a season for the Chicago Bears. It took him 10 seasons, but he did it. 111.6 rating, 4,081 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and had 240 yards per game, his highest of his career. Career high. Player of the week in week 6. Okay, only one time. In a 35-17 win over the Lions, 158.3 rating, 286 yards, 3 touchdowns, no intercept. In 1, 2, 3, 4 games. Yo, he broke 300 yards in a game. 3 times. Almost 4, almost 5. And the Bears went 8-9 and did not make the playoffs again. Surprise, surprise. 108 rating, 3,822 yards, 26 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. I forgot to see if he won anything the year before. He did not. He was player of the week, week 6. 189 yards, 4 touchdowns. He had 91 yards in the first game. They lost 28-12 to the Lions. No wonder. Oh, no. He's testing free agency, dude. All right, so he re-signed a 1-year deal for $65.5 million. All right, the Chicago Bears went 5-12. Worst team in the NFC. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Didn't throw for 4,000 yards. Surprise, surprise. 101.8 rating. 3,747 yards. 22 touchdowns. 9 interceptions. completed 69% of his passes and averaged 220.4 yards per game. Whoa, my goodness. 42.8, 45, 75.2, 96, 97.5. These ratings are terrible in these 5 games. This guy looks like a lineman, bro. He signed another 1-year deal, and he's getting the same amount of money. What is this? All right, at this point, this guy is a master thief. They went 8-9 and were the 11th team in the NFC, so didn't make the playoffs again. 106.5 rating, 3,695 yards, 29 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Completed 68% of his passes for 217.4 yards per game. I forgot to check the generals, but he has been healthy his entire career. He's an Iron Man. Apparently he's on the Dolphins now, and they went 7-10. So he still is on a terrible team. But he signed a 1-year deal for $51.5 million with them. All right, he was player of the week in week 10. 98.6 rating, 3,490 yards in the season, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 44 sacks. Wait, that's the most. Versus the Raiders in a 27-21 win, 124.5 rating, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. All right, did he play his old team? He did. In their stadium at Soldier Field, week 4. And he won 31-25, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns. So we need to find him. He's not on the Dolphins. Where is he? 1 year, $31.5 million. Yeah, he went 5-12. This guy can't even pass for 4,000 yards. That's so fire. 100.6 rating, 4,121 yards, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Whoa. So he set career highs in yards, passing yards in a season, and yards per game in a season. 128 attempts. 37 years old, 530. Dude, that's career highs. 386 yards. That's a career high for him. Only game he broke 300, but yo, 14 yards, he would have hit 400 for the first time. But that's a career high for him. We'll see where he is next year. He retired. He has 1 yearly award, and it was best quarterback. Will he get into the Hall of Fame? Probably not. He passed 59,003 yards in his career, 425 passing touchdowns, 150 interceptions. He averaged 217.7 yards per game in 271 games. He had 1,434 attempts for 6,394 yards. That's pretty decent, actually, because like Cam Newton hit over 6K, Lamar Jackson, and the leader is still Mike Vick, I believe. I have to double check that. When you go into his playoff stats, he only played in 2 playoff games, and they were back-to-back in the same season. In one game, he threw 313 yards for 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. The other one was 245 with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So he actually threw 0 interceptions in the playoffs for his career with 6 touchdowns and 558 yards. He had and then his rushing stats were nothing to shake a stick at for his 2 playoff games. 6 attempts, 33 yards, 5.5 average, 16.5 average per game. Anyways, that's it for the Caleb Williams simulation. If you think he'd make the Hall of Fame with these kind of stats and career, let me know in the comments below. Next video, we're doing Jaden Daniels. See you later. Oh, hello there. It's Blue. I'm a terrible dancer, so ignore that version of me on the screen and listen to my voice when I say thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and of course, click on another video of mine. I heard you'll like those over there. They're pretty good.